This is a tutorial on conducting a dependent or paired two-sample t-test in Excel 2016. So the first thing we're going to do is copy and highlight our data of interest and transfer it to a new spreadsheet. So we're going to copy the ID column as well as the stat pre and stat post. So we're going to copy those and paste them into a new spreadsheet. All right. And what these variables are the degree of enjoyment on a scale from 1 to 10 of statistics before and after this course. Because we have two measurements from each individual, we know that this is a dependent t-test. It's also known as a paired t-test. So before we conduct this test, we have to first make sure that there are no invalid pairs. And what that means is we have to make sure that for each individual, they have both a stat pre and a stat post score. If we have any missing values for either column, we need to delete that entire row from the data before we do the paired t-test. So we'll scan through here and make sure we don't have any missing values or invalid pairs. We don't, everything looks good, so we can continue with the paired t-test. Now to do this, we go to Tools, Data Analysis, and select t-test paired two samples for means. Click OK. For our variable 1 range, we can select our stat pre column, hit return. For our variable 2 range, we can click stat post column. Now because I selected the entire column, including the labels, we want to make sure that we have this labels tab clicked. Our hypothesized mean difference is going to be 0, and our alpha is going to be 0.05, so we can leave those. Our output range, we can select, we'll just put it over here, hit return, and click OK to run the paired t-test. So here is our output for the paired t-test. We see we have a mean for stat pre and a mean for stat post. We have a variance for each, and we have the number of observations. And again, because this is a paired design, the number of observations in the stat pre and the stat post must be equal. We also see a t-statistic and p-values for both one-tailed and two-tailed, as well as critical values for one and two-tailed tests.